stretch. It's a stretch.
Okay, by the way, everybody, this is the Chicken and Liquor Hour. I forgot to announce that. It's the Chicken and Liquor Hour. I got my homeboy here. You can introduce yourself, brother, man.
Yeah, it's sensual sounds. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
No,
it's the Central Sounds.
No, I ain't.
Tennessee's finest.
Yeah, Tennessee's one of them. Homeboy, country boy. It's your boy Paul.
Pwilligan.
Paul, aka Pwilligan, aka Dick Bandit.
Oh, he's with a Q.
Yeah, Dick Bandit with the Q.
Dick with the Q.
Yeah. Don't forget that.
Dick with the Q. And I wanted to do I don't really be talking about sports a lot on my podcast, apparently. I don't know why. I just don't. I try not to talk about the same thing everybody else is talking about. So I try to have a very cool and different, unique look at certain things. And so I sent Paul a couple topics I wanted to talk about. The most important thing, though, is who is the best beige or yellow NBA player you have seen?
I mean, is that even a question?
Who is it?
I mean, right now, Steph.
But I ain't just saying right now. I'm talking about
ever. Ooh.
I guess you could say ever, but we didn't really watch. It ain't like we was watching basketball in 80.
I mean, yeah, I'm just talking in our lifetime. I mean,
yeah, in our lifetime.
I mean, you can still go with
Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller's up there.
Reggie Miller is up there. Scottie Pippen's up there.
Clay, Steph.
That's what I'm saying. Clay and Steph. I mean, it's really hard to beat them. But I mean, would you count? Because you said Grant Hill. Would you?
Oh, Grant
would
Hill.
You count?
Grant Hill's the greatest would have been light skinned basketball player.
Yeah. Is Penny Hardaway like on the verge there? I kind of feel like
that's a light skin. That's a khaki nigga.
I mean, I feel like he's one shade darker type thing. Just
I think
a little
he's
bit.
Close enough to the fence. He's close enough to the porch.
Vince. Yeah, I mean, you got to put.
Oh shit, man!
You got to put Vince Sanity.
Allen Houston.
Allen Houston, bro. Really?
Allen Houston was dope,
Allen
right?
Houston.
He's from Louisville, baby.
Get out of here with that.
I would say probably Steph is probably the greatest yellow basketball player ever.
Yeah, I agree with you that. I mean,
but who's the toughest yellow player?
Oh, sure. Good. I mean, I'd probably just say Scotty
or Reggie.
So, yeah, one of them.
It's probably Scotty or Reggie. I'm mad. There's probably a lot of light skinned players that we're missing out right now.
I mean, you light skinned people is kind of soft. I mean, sorry, you have it.
My homegirl told me that I play the fence too much of being light skinned and not.
I mean, you got dark skinned tendencies at times.
Yeah, I have some of those ratchet dark skinned tendencies, but I'm also like sensitive. So then I'm light skinned in that way.
Yeah, you got the Drake qualities.
It's funny. My shout out to Jazzy Bell. He said we gotta do a podcast on Drake ass niggas.
Oh God. Oh man.
So I need her to explain to me what a Drake ass.
Yeah, we need to define that term. Is it just like just a nigga sensitive at times, and one of those niggas always prowling for the young chicks.
I think that I feel like Bryson Tiller falls in that same category probably as a Drake ass nigga.
I mean, I don't know. I ain't never really he's never really in the news like that. So I mean, I can't really.
But if you listen to the music, think about it. I feel like a Drake type of cat is probably the dude who acts like who's sensitive, but he acts like he's like really being there for the chick, and that he's good at making the chick feel bad about how she treats him, even if it's not bad the way she treats him. Like a Drake type of cat makes the girl feel bad about her saying, "No, I can't go out tonight." And he's like, "Oh, well, you just gonna do
me like that."
And she falls for it. I feel like a Drake type of dude makes women fall for that silly mess. That's probably.
And so you think Bryson is in that same mold?
Oh, most likely. Like those the type of dude. Like think about it. He once said in his lyrics like, "Why didn't you wait for me?" While basically they the type of dudes that ask a chick, "Why don't you wait for me while I'm out messing up and being a shitty ass boyfriend?"
Basically, they're asking the chick questions to the chicks.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
pretty much. They're kind of trying to flip the game around. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just do the same thing. I'm gonna just ask y'all these questions and try y'all like that.
And like they're low key, like they're like really good, nice dudes, but they're like shitty in the same way. So it's like the woman's kind of confused. It's like, wait a minute, he's shitty, but he's so sweet. Like a hood dude is just shitty all the way around, and you know what to expect. But a Drake, Bryson Tiller type of dude is like shitty, but they're so sweet. He can sing to me.
It's shitty with just with a touch of sensitivity and sensuality. He's just, you know.
Yeah.
It's like he's being an asshole, but he's just, you know, it's something about the way he's being an asshole.
And we do know women enjoy an asshole.
I mean, you know, like I would say, girls, some girls like a bad boy.
Not even a bad boy, because I'm definitely not a bad boy at all. Cause nigga, I like to be in the house on a weeknight. I don't leave the house after 9 on a weeknight, so I'm definitely not a bad boy.
I mean, I feel like there's
like
different definitions nowadays. I mean, it's 2018. I feel like there's more definitions for damn near everything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like a woman, they like an asshole, not necessarily a bad boy. Like,
I feel you. I think like some chicks are. I mean, depending on, you know, who you going after. I mean, if you're going after for more the educated, you know, classier women, I feel like they may want a maybe what's the right term? Roughneck. You know, a guy that's
Where's Marsha so we can ask her? Where's she at?
She's right here. She's probably eating. Well, I say probably like that's not the actual case.
She's most likely eating. Where's that? Get that bonnet wearing Marsha, and we're gonna ask her.
All right, we will ask this bonnet wearing Marsha here about.
And tell her put the TV on mute. We don't want to hear her porn.
Look, you better not cut her off from her love and hip hop. You're not here, so I'm gonna get yelled at and stabbed.
Who the hell messed up my
excuse me,
stories?
Marsha. Yep.
Yep. Already. Tell her we got a question for her.
We've got a question for you.
Tell her we're recording, so don't say nothing stupid.
I'm not gonna say what he just said, but I'm just because she's gonna punch me. All right, go ahead.
Marsha, can you hear me? Marsha?
Yes.
All right, we're talking about women liking, not necessarily bad boys, but we feel like women love. What percentage of women like an asshole?
I would say probably about 60%.
And what is it about an asshole that women like?
Are we talking about like a true asshole that like will beat you, or like one that's just smart?
What the fuck? Oh my gosh! What the fuck?
One that's just like just
oh my gosh! Like,
well, I'm just saying, like a real asshole was one to like take your keys at nighttime or some shit.
No.
Like just one that's a smart ass.
One that, yeah.
An asshole like me.
Oh yeah, actually, well, if it's just like that, I would say about it may be higher, maybe close to like 65%. And
why?
Because y'all are just fun, and so a lot of women, not a lot, but some women like the thrill of like arguing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah,
they like
true.
it, and then so like when you have like an asshole, like they argue back. Like sometimes when I know some people who like guys won't argue back, Paul being one of them. And it like makes you angry.
About to argue with your ass.
Yeah, it makes you like angry.
What's
like argue with me.
What's the point?
And so
it's exhausting.
Sometimes when you like have an asshole or whatever, like there's like a thrill in it. Like there's like a rush.
You know, it's crazy. The younger Will's like, yeah, I'm gonna argue, whatever. The older I get, the more I'm willing to just apologize for shit that I know it ain't even my fault, and I'll just apologize.
There you go.
I don't have to. I spend too much energy throughout the day dealing with people that I already don't like.
Right.
So,
I think that's everybody though, growing up, men and women.
Say what?
I think that's everybody growing up, men and women.
That's men and women, but I do think still, for the most part, women do not mind arguing or whatnot. Because y'all don't, even when women are arguing, y'all don't look at it as we're really arguing.
Yeah, we just having a conversation.
It's a sport to them.
Like, yeah.
We just talking.
Well, shit. I have no problem. I catch myself all the time now. Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. I'm sorry. Even though I definitely feel like it's not my fault or I have nothing to apologize for, I just go ahead and apologize, man. I don't have the energy to deal with that shit. And I've learned, the older I get, I'm like, damn, women do be having these emotions and feelings and stuff, not like to such a horribly bad extent where I'm always like, oh, I gotta watch out for her feelings. But there are so many times just at work or on a regular thing, a woman that I work with or a woman that I'm social with is upset about something I said or did. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I have no problem just like, you're right, I'm sorry. And I still have no clue what I apologize for. But I understand why the OGs talk about just apologizing. Like,
but sometimes
just apologize.
But sometimes y'all actually do need to understand why. Because if you did do something and it may seem minute to you, but if you did do something to bother them and you actually care for that person, then you do actually need to figure out what it was so it doesn't happen again.
I mean, yeah, you still you want to figure it out why she's upset, but there's so many times where any woman, not necessarily a wife or a girlfriend or anything like that, where she gets mad and then she lets me know why she's upset, and I'm still like, she's upset over that? What the fuck?
But it's a big deal to her.
No, it's not saying I understand that, but even though if it's not just a woman, to a other person, period, right? If they get mad,
that's better.
And just anyone, period, that gets upset or feels some type of way, and they let me know why, and I'm just like, I still apologize and be like, okay, but I'm like, damn, they really got mad at that. I didn't think that was nothing. Now that I know not to do that with them ever again, but I'm still in my head thinking like, what the fuck? That's not even that serious, and I'm still gonna apologize because there's no reason to keep being frustrated or angry or whatnot. Like, it's easier just to let it go.
Man, it sure is.
It's real. And a lot of times you may not understand, like, we have this at work, when you have coworkers who mad and you just like, I just said this, that's it. But then afterwards, you do have to sit and reflect sometimes, like, okay, well, they don't like that. So I don't want them uncomfortable, like, I don't want to hurt their feelings. So, like, let me change this for them. I ain't going to change who I am. I'm a thug.
Right. Okay. I do that all the time though, where like, especially at work, because I mean, I work with I'm at work at a very liberal type of place where people are just very sensitive to everything, and then I work with young people too, and these people are always in their emotions about everything. And for me, I'm just like, it's not that serious, y'all. Why y'all being so emotional over this? Get over it, blah blah blah, type of thing. Not that I lack care for what people are going through, but it's very minute things. Like, why are you crying over spilled milk, type of thing? But I mean, I'm just like, I guess I'm trying to figure out the right words for this. Maybe I understand, but not even that I understand. I feel you, and I apologize. I don't understand how you could take it that way. But I'm just gonna go ahead and apologize. I don't have the energy to deal with your ass. Like,
yeah, it's like sympathy and empathy. You want to, it's different. You don't. It's not necessarily feeling sorry for someone. It's about understanding, their point of view and stuff. That's how I am sometimes. Because I'll be like, I don't know why people feel like whatever you're going, like something small and minor. Like, well, I don't know why this is such a big deal. And it's just like you're making mountains out of molehills. So I don't really understand why, but. Right. I mean, people do what they do.
A lot of times people are going through other things that make something small seem big to them. And a lot of times they don't want to talk about the other stuff they're going through, so they'll pick this small thing to reiterate. And a lot of times they don't even understand that, oh, I'm so upset about spilled milk because something else is going on in my house,
And see, that's part of the thing, segue, some of the stuff about growing up and adult shit. Quick, who's pressing buttons in the background? Marsha, we heard that shit.
Don't do that. That was not me.
I was trying to tell you, bro.
That was not me. You see how quick you said my name? Because that was not me.
Because that's exactly who it was.
No. Marsha over there warming up ramen noodles and shit. You warming up ramen noodles, Marsha?
No, I'm making pizza.
She's making Red Box pizza.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, I'm about to eat.
Well, Paul, you need to leave her. I guess you need to leave Big Hungry.
Oh yeah,
Big country Bryant Reeves over here.
Tractor trailer.
Robert Tractor.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Marsha, does Marsha know who Tractor Trailer?
No. We're gonna keep it that way.
Great Michigan legend. Rest in peace, Robert Trailer. He said Tractor Trailer, bro. Okay, we're getting back off of that. We're going back into sports. All right, unpopular NBA opinion. I got one. I am so fucking tired of people complaining. All right, I heard noise in the background.
Look,
Paul,
it's not me.
You got to get to a room and sit down. I heard too much noise.
Look, I'm sorry. She makes these decisions.
Go into another room. I'm tired of Big Country.
Look, man, you're setting yourself up for death when she sees you.
I'm tired of Hashim the Beat back there.
Hashim the Beat. Oh my God. Wonder where he is, by the way. Wonder what he's doing. By the way, side note, where is Hashim the Beat?
Bruh, that's one of the top 5 worst lottery picks ever.
Yeah, along with what's his name from Canada that the Cavs drafted.
Oh shit. That dude, he went to UNLV.
Yeah, like it was like, who? They drafted this nigga?
Bruh, like that's like Hashim the Beat. He literally only got drafted because he was tall as hell and had a lot of blocks while he was in Connecticut. Bruh, listen to the people who went after Hashim the Beat, bruh. This is sad. James Harden. Shoot, Tyreek Evans, Ricky Rubio, Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, Brandon Jennings. Shoot, Gerald Henderson would have been a better pick than Hashim the Beat.
Everybody that you just named would have been a better
Ty
pick.
Lawson, Drew Holiday, Jeff Teague, Darren Collison, bruh, Omri Caspi. God dang, all these Taj Gibson, Damari Carroll, Wayne Ellington.
Yes, they've all would have been better than Hashim the Beat.
Dog, shoot, DeJuan Blair would have been better.
My God, DeJuan Blair.
Jody Meeks, Patrick Beverly.
Good Lord.
Danny Green.
Good God. Danny Green, the man who plays like he's 50.
Patty Mills.
Good God, Patty Mills.
David West has some of the best YMCA 40-year-old man games.
Man, what you said.
He backs you down from the 3-point line.
I feel like I would see Hashim to be working like at a Trader Joe's or something.
And you look and be like, damn, this nigga tall as hell.
Man, I mean, you just look at him like, I know you play ball, bro. What? You got to be playing ball.
And he probably said it deep as well. I used to.
Yeah. I used to be the man.
The last thing that people know, he played in the Japanese professional league for the Yokohama. But it's crazy. He probably still got paid very well.
I mean, yeah. I mean, them type of leagues, you can get paid, man.
You still making 6 figures.
That's why Marbury's still over in Beijing over there hooping.
He's Michael Jordan over there.
I mean, they love him over there.
Bruh, he's a legend over there. That's crazy as hell. Anyways, I was gonna ask unpopular NBA opinions. I was gonna say an unpopular NBA opinion from me is I'm tired of all these old ass dudes. Not even just old people, like young people have been complaining. The NBA is so soft now. Back in my day, they would have clotheslined him. And then I'm like, nigga, so you trying to injure somebody?
Yes.
You want somebody to get a concussion?
Yes, they want to see. They want to see that. They want to see people walk off the court with bloody faces. They want the malice in the palace.
Fuck that, because then you're gonna be mad when Kevin Durant gets suspended for 20 games and he misses all these big ass games, or Steph Curry gets his elbow broken and he's out until the All-Star game.
Man,
you're not pissed off, be like, fuck that. You gotta protect
the stars, man.
Bruh, you have to. So I have no problem with, and you can say the game's softer. I think that the game has evolved and offense is just crazy. Now there are some teams, I'm not gonna say soft, but some of these teams, the defense is just not there. Like when when Klay Thompson dropped 50 whatever on the Bulls.
Yeah.
That defense was fucking awful. But is it that it's awful, or is it awful because they gotta fucking worry about Klay, Steph, and Kevin Durant?
I think it's
all out there.
I think it's a mixture of a lot of stuff. I think defenses since offenses have exploded over the last decade or whenever, you know what I'm saying, the NBA's changed a lot of the defensive rules so you can have more scoring. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's about getting people to watch, getting people to come to the game, and if you scoring 100 something points, yeah, it's exciting. So it's just like it's a little bit of, Clay's gonna go off because he's a great player, but two, he's got KD and Steph, so it's like you got to worry about all three of them. And because defense now that you can't really touch the guys, and if you're a shooter, you know how to position yourself to where if you shooting the ball, you can pump fake, they got to respect it. And if somebody just, comes just a little bit too close, lean into them, foul. So people are going to be scared of it.
Imagine if Michael Jordan had Reggie Miller on his team running off screens and shooting threes like that. Like, you couldn't double team MJ because you got fucking Reggie Miller coming off a screen, shooting these threes, and Scottie Pippen still there to be the Army Swiss knife, like a Draymond Green type of shit. Mm-hmm. Like, that's fucking crazy, bro. That would have been scary. And I hate when all these old stars talk about now that they're like, all these superstars playing together, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, they tried to do it back in the day a lot, too, but trades fell through. Like, there was a trade that not even a trade, the Lakers tried to get T-Mac. And imagine T-Mac, Kobe, and Shaq together. And T-Mac even said that early on, he was more of a Scottie Pippen type of player where he wanted to get everybody involved. Mm-hmm. He was the defensive stopper. He ran the court. He was getting boards. He guarded the best person. And imagine what that could have been with somebody like that on the wing with Kobe, dog. Like, that would have been fucking scary.
I think a lot of it too is just it's a different time. Like back then in the Bird, Magic, and even Jordan era, like you didn't have those guys growing up playing like AAU ball where you travel and you see and you playing.
They didn't know each other.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't know this dude since you was 14, 15 years old, 16 years old. And you know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, I'm in the league now. Game don't like me type stuff. I've been told like, you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff. Nah, nowadays it's like they almost know each other because I mean, especially if you take your child to play basketball and he's good. Oh, you're gonna have him in all them little circuits, so he's gonna see everybody. Yep. So he's gonna be friends with most of them dudes, man.
Yep, they're gonna trap like it's just a different thing now because I can guarantee you that back in the day, if they had the AAU circuits or if high school recruiting was as big as it is now, shit, Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan would have known each other since middle school.
Man, it would have been cool. Man, it'd have been cool for so long, man. But it's just it kills me because like I go to the barbershop and all them dudes when them old dudes come in there and start talking about, I don't like LeBron, man. He too soft for me. He complains too much, man. Mike and them didn't do that stuff.
Michael Jordan complained all the damn time. Every star complains. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm sitting here like, really, man. You like, I feel like old people just want to hate on like LeBron just because LeBron's been so highly touted ever since he got into the league. Like, well, it's not his fault that he's been highly touted.
See, the thing that I have learned about older people, especially me, since I'm getting older now, I realize it's easy to hate on anything that is after your generation. It's so easy to hate it because sometimes I catch myself automatically just dissing the music. And I'm like, first, I'm at least listen to it to see if it's crap. And then I'll listen to it and realize, oh, this shit still is crap. But at least I gave it a chance. But like these old people, there's literally, I don't see how you could hate LeBron. You can be critical of the stuff earlier in his career, like against the Mavericks when he just didn't show up that well. But it's almost like you got to show the Mavericks love because they
actually played well.
Dirk Nowitzki played out of his mind, and LeBron wasn't a great outside shooter. Well, he's still not, but he wasn't even a good outside shooter yet. And like LeBron talks about that what's his name that you got fired from the Raptors head coach, Dwayne Casey.
Yeah.
I think he was one of the assistants with the Mavericks. And LeBron even talks about that. It was a lot of the scheming that Casey did that like really helped push LeBron out, and he didn't have the numbers that he should have had. So it's more than just a star not showing up, but it's like LeBron fucking led both teams. The first year he got back to Cleveland and they lost to the Warriors when Kyrie and Kevin Love was hurt. He led both teams in like all major statistical categories. And yes, they lost, but there's only so much one man can do. It's a team sport, and people forget that. They act like Michael Jordan went out there and won by himself.
Man, it kills me. I'm sitting here like LeBron's had people the likes of Danielle Marshall, Damon Jones,
Larry Hughes,
Boobie Gibson.
His second best player, which Mo Williams was a very good player at that time. But if Mo Williams is your second best player,
you're not winning. Bro. You're not winning if Mo Williams is your second best player.
You're not winning no championship, fam. If Zadrunas Agalsis is your center, fam, you're not getting to the championship.
Get out of here with that.
I'm sorry. Like, so I'm not gonna be so critical of these players that are going to different teams and stuff. Yet, like now, with Kevin Durant going to Golden State, is it annoying? Yes, just because they dominate. And I don't want to see – I don't like seeing anyone dominate a sport because it's just more fun to see competition in close games and stuff. But I understand why that nigga went there. Like, bro, first of all, it's a fun style of basketball. Everybody shares the ball. Like, they know who their stars are, but they know how to play together and share the ball. Like, no one's tripping if someone else drops 60. You know, like, it's fun to watch. Everybody knows their role on the team. Draymond knows that he's the defensive stopper. He's a playmaker on offense. Mm-hmm. He's gonna rebound. He's the player that'll randomly get you 14 points, 12 rebounds, and then get like 10 steals or 10 blocks and 10 assists. 10 assists
because he I mean, most of the time he'll bring the ball down the court.
And he sets up the offense. I mean, Andre Iguodala would do that. Sean Livingston would do that.
Man.
Like, it's a fun brand, and it's kind of annoying how entertaining and fun and likable they are because you want to dislike the people that are on top. But it's weird where the NBA is now because, like, I enjoyed disliking the Bulls growing up. I liked not liking them. I enjoyed not liking the Kobe and Shaq Lakers. But this Warriors team, like, they're fucking fun to watch.
Man, it is great to watch. I mean, the only thing I hate is that they play on the West Coast, and I got to be up till like 1 a.m. watching niggas play, and I'm like, nah.
Shit. That's what I said about LeBron going to the Lakers. Now I'm like, damn, I ain't never gonna get to see him play.
Man, I've watched a half of one game just because the niggas start playing at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'm like, well,
yeah, see, and you on Central Time, so think about me. The game started 10:30.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
I watch probably a quarter and a half. I don't even watch the halftime. I'm like, all right, well, I'm about to get on the bed now.
Man.
It's 11:30 already, and my brother's tired.
I watch these highlights in the morning.
Dog, a brother be tired. Like, shoot, like we talking about adult shit. This girl I was kicking it with, she's in grad school, and she be hitting me up like, hey, you want to kick it tonight? I'm like, yeah, cool. And she be like, all right, I'll hit you up around 10.
Like, 10? Excuse me?
It's a Wednesday night. It's a weeknight.
Nigga, I gotta go to work in the morning.
Bruh, it's a school night. You want me to be
This nigga said it's a school night.
Like, you want me to be out in these streets at 11 o'clock at night? Like, no, I'm tired.
Bruh, I never thought I'd be, like, in college, you never think you're going to be that person. Like, and you always look at people that way. 10:30
was early? 10:30 was early.
10:30 was, hey, we get to the liquor store before it closed so we can start this pregame. That's what 10:30 was.
Yeah, it was.
Like, think about that. Like, 10:30 was, hey, let's go ahead and go get to the liquor store, get this bottle, and then start the pregame, call so-and-so, let's get this cracking before we go out. Now, 10:30, if you ain't called me, or if I'm not dressed and ready to go by 10,
hell no.
By 10, I'm not going nowhere.
I say all the time, if I haven't left the house by 9:30, I probably ain't going.
Man.
I have no shame, no problem with being laying on the couch ready to go to bed at 10:15 on a Friday night. I have no problem with that. Like, you remember back in the day, you want people to think you are having fun and doing shit, and now you have literally no, like, on a Monday when someone asks me, what did you do this weekend? I like to brag and be like, not a damn thing. Like, I get excited to say that.
I feel good when I say it. I'll be telling people like, hey, it's called a save money weekend when I don't do a damn thing.
I have no problem on a Friday night laying on the couch at 11:15. Oh shit, I'm comfortable. That's why I like day drinking more. Day drinking is fire.
Yeah. I like day parties. I've grown real fond of day parties now.
Especially when the weather's nice and the vibes are just on.
Man, when everybody's there trying to have fun.
Man, I love going out to a day party, being home by like 10 and 11. Shit, that's fire as hell,
man. And then it's cool because a lot of times when we go to these day parties, like we'll go back to the house, we'll go back to somebody else's crib, and then we'll get back there like at around 9:30. Whatever. Then we'll go back to their crib and be like, all right, yeah, we're gonna keep drinking, but we're just gonna socialize. I mean, we just usually all you doing is sit here and socializing and talking, and then we'll probably leave like at around 11:30, and it's like Friday and Saturday, so we know we ain't gonna do the next day.
Oh, that's the best, bro. That really is the best. Yeah. It's crazy how life changes as you get older.
It is.
I mean, that is like I remember we be chilling or something, and somebody be like, "What time is it?" It's like 10:15. Oh, it's early as hell, bro. Let's find something to do now. They're like, "What time is it?" 10:15. Like, oh, well, I guess I'll get ready for bed.
Man, it's like, hey, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. It's been cool, but I got to go.
Man, and some of my young friends that just started in the profession, that are younger, like fresh out of grad school and stuff, they still be wanting to go out and party, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool for y'all, but I'm 30 now. Like,
man, you have you noticed, like, growing up, college and stuff, when you hear people say, hey man, it changes when you're 30, it changes when you're 30, and I was like, all right, yeah, whatever, okay, I get it. It changes when you're 30, whatever. And I'm thinking in my mind like, I'll be the same. It ain't gonna be the nah, bro.
Shit.
Nah, my nigga, it really does. Like, 30 hits and you just like, because I mean, one, you're a full-time adult. You're doing this adult life, which is terrible, and unless your last name's like Simmons, Kardashian, or Bezos, or Gates, or something. But
right.
I mean, it's just like you got priorities, and you just like, man, I don't feel like going out to a club, and the clubs just become exhausting after a while.
Oh, because you deal with people especially if you work like in customer service, like we do, basically. So you're dealing with people all day, every day and stuff. So sometimes when it comes to a Friday night and they be like, let's go out to a club, like, I got to deal with more people.
Man.
Like, I've been dealing with humans all week. I only want to deal with the humans that I actually want to be around. So having to be around humans that I probably won't like, that's a lot of work and energy. Like a couple weeks ago, it was my homegirl's birthday, and they was trying to go out and party, and I was trying to find every reason not to go. But I'm like, it's her birthday, I'm gonna go.
You trapped.
And like, bruh, and we went out. I mean, it was cool, but I was like, bruh, I would have had way more fun if we was at home having a game night, drinking, eating good food, listening to dope music, and laughing all night. Like, that's way more fun. I only want to go out to clubs and shit if I'm celebrating something now. Like, that's the only time. Like, that shit's exhausting now, dog. Like,
it is.
Just to deal with that. Like, I tell people all the time that the club is way more fun when you live vicariously through your friends on Snapchat. When you see them posting videos of them at the club having the time of their life, then you're like, oh man, it looks lit. But then when you actually go out and do it, you're like, this shit whack as hell.
Man, it's like, I can go out to a club every once in a while. Like, if somebody comes in town, like, these last couple weeks, like last weekend, McKinley wanted to go out to this one club, and I was like, I don't really want to go, because she had already said to go. It was one of her teacher friends' birthdays. It was like, alrighty. She told me early in the week, we gonna go, and then of course I get drug into it. Oh, hey, come on with us. The guys are coming. I'm like, I don't want to go. And then she guilted me into going. She finessed me, and then only one dude showed up. So I was like, great. I get to be with just one guy. And then so we were there, but luckily we weren't there a long time. We left at like 10:30. It was cool. Yeah. It was cool. And then Saturday, bros come in town. He's like, hey man, we going out. I'm like, damn. I was really hoping to just sit my ass on this couch,
right,
and not do nothing. And I was like, fuck it, let's go. And we went out to one of the local bars downtown, which the spot is actually a cool spot. It's like a bar / karaoke spot, and so you can have all different types of fun, and people just really just socialize. It's not like hot box. Everybody's just out there just grinding and dancing and stuff. So it was actually pretty cool. But I mean, it's every once in a while I get to go out. I will actually want to go out.
Right. Yeah, only every once in a while do I really want to go out. I just have, like I look back and realize when I went out, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, that was the first time I actually really went out to somewhere since my birthday back in March when we was in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And I really had no problem with it. Like, because for most of the summer, though, I was out there barbecuing and hitting the pool all summer.
Right.
So having pool parties and barbecuing, that's way more fun. I can control. I know that environment.
Right.
Like,
you can control that environment in a way, and it's just not like you out with a lot of people you don't know.
I'm not standing in line and shit.
Waiting for drinks, paying for overpriced drinks.
Overpriced. The same money I'm gonna spend on a bottle of liquor at the liquor store is the same money you spend on a glass at the bar. Like, that shit's whack as hell. It's just I'd rather go like happy hour is way better.
Man.
Happy hour, game nights, day drinking, day parties. Now see, that's great. I'll go to a day party. That's cool. I'll actually go to that. I'm not that often, but I'll go to that. Like, it's just something about when the sun's shining, the weather's nice, people are happy. It's something about that whole vibe, though. Yeah, it's a vibe, and I just don't feel it going out to clubs at 10 o'clock at night. That shit ain't fun.
Nah, man. I feel like nowadays clubs are, which honestly in Nashville too, like for black folks, we don't have a whole bunch of clubs anymore because one, niggas don't know how to act, and they done shot up most of them, so they close them down. Like, we got one main club that people go to on Fridays, and that's just because at 5 o'clock they do like 3-for-1 drinks, so motherfuckers be trying to get in there after work. Like, people just come in there and they scrubs, like trying to get these 3-for-1s.
Oh, you told me about that.
3-for-1s, and then
bro, 3-for-1 does not sound safe.
It's not, and then because one, they're putting like the cheap alcohol in there, so you got like Burnetts or Smirnoff in there when you're doing like a cranberry and vodka. You know what I mean? You getting Paul Masson instead of you order a Jack and Coke or something. They're not putting Jack Daniels in there. They're putting E&J and Paul Masson in there. And you wondering why you got a headache and you've only had 2 drinks.
Heaven Hill.
Oh, good God. Oh.
Bro, I do not miss that shit, bro. There's certain things I'll never like. There's certain things I can never go back to, and a couple of those things are cheap liquor, cheap toilet paper, cheap peanut butter. William is never going back to that bullshit.
I feel like that was like a rite of passage. Like, you had to go through that to appreciate what you're drinking now and what you're doing now.
That is true. I do appreciate this shit because I remember them nights, them mornings, hovering around the toilet. God, I'll never drink again. I promise.
Sitting there, you got a bottle of Burnett, thinking you the man. Like, yeah, I got this bottle, baby. Got this bottle of E&J.
We'd have like 5 bottles of Burnett's thinking we balling. Nigga, 5 bottles came up to like $20.
$20, and you put it on the top of your kitchen shelves, thinking you the man. I tell you, yeah, we finished them off, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
It's light work.
Bro, we thought we was making cocktails. Out there with pink lemonade,
Burnett's, God,
and some ginger ale and some pink lemonade. Talking about we making drinks. I'm like, nigga, you are not making drinks.
Out there tasting like Tussin.
Oh shit, that shit was thick too, bro.
Oh my God.
That shit was like Tussin, bro. That
shit was
shit
gross.
Is awful. I do not miss that at all.
And then you upgraded when you started buying the Amsterdam Smirnoff and Amsterdam. Like, you thought you were the shit out here. Like, yeah, I got this for the ladies.
I promise you can go back and look at some old pictures of mine holding bottles in the air like it's bottles of rosé or something. Like I'm in an old Jay-Z video popping bottles.
Oh.
Like
oh.
Popping gold bottles and shit.
I didn't see the light till like, you don't really see the light until you get to like your junior year or something, when you're like, people start looking at you like, nigga, did you just bring that bottle of Smirnoff in here? Right,
you start seeing the difference then.
Yeah.
That's when you start seeing the difference. Like, so that makes me think, so is adulthood overrated or not?
Yeah, it's overrated. Yeah.
I think certain aspects are, but I will say, like, I enjoy being an adult though. Like, I don't miss college. I only miss college in the sense of so many people that I was cool with is all in this one place and easy to hang out type of thing. But shit, I do not miss the papers, the group projects, the studying for tests and shit. Like, what? I don't miss that shit at all. I don't miss meal plans. Well,
shit,
I do miss meal
plans. I'm about to say,
you know?
hey, bro, wait a minute now.
I do bitch just going to get something to eat and you just scan your card and you get all this food, man. I do miss that.
My thing about college is like kind of like you said, you miss the friends and everything. But I mean, I'm not gonna say I miss like doing the papers and stuff like that. But at the same time, like what our parents said, like once you get out of college, you're gonna wish you had papers to write instead of deadlines at work and dealing with stupid people at your job. It was like, yeah, at times.
Now that part is true.
Yeah, at times I do wish, man, I wish I was writing a 10-page paper right now because I'd be a lot better than dealing with these ignorant folks over here.
Yeah. Okay, now that is true because, like, I was just at work today talking about how draining this shit was, and how just frustrated and tired I was, and I'm like, damn, this kind of like a grown-up tired. Like, I be hearing college students complain all the time, and I was never a student in college complaining about I'm so tired, blah blah blah. Because you got certain people back in college that just wanted to look busy, but they wasn't productive.
Right.
But this adult shit, this is a different type of tired though. Like
it's tired. It's not just because you've been up all day. You've been up all day, and then you got life happening. So you got bills, you got rent, you got car note, you got phone, you got people on top of everything. You may be stressed about, something going on with your family or something. I don't know.
Look,
everything just piles up.
I give you a prime example of grown up shit. I remember one day, this was probably like 2 years ago. I had to go to work early, so I'm already going to work at normally I probably get there anywhere between 7:45 and 8:15 normally. And so this day I went in early. I went in at like 7 o'clock, 6:45, 7 o'clock. I go to work. I usually get off around 5. I'm there until like 6 o'clock or whatever. I'm starving. And then as I pull up to the apartment, I realized I forgot to sit the food out of the freezer to defrost. So everything's still frozen. So then I'm like, what the fuck I'm going to eat? I'm going to have to go get something to eat. But because now I'm a grown up and you really got to worry about your health and not just being fat and skinny, but you got to worry about your blood pressure,
cholesterol,
and stress and cholesterol and all of that. So now you really like, I got to eat this. I can't eat this. I can't eat that. So I walk in the house. And like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and bring my stuff in, then I'll go get something to eat. Because now when you're grown up, you like, I do not feel like stopping anywhere before I get home from work. And then I understand what my mama used to say. She didn't feel like stopping anywhere on the way home. So now I'm in that mindset. I'm already worn out because it was a long day. And I dealt with like just rude ass people. Then I get home, my fucking the fucking washer did drained and flooded my kitchen floor. So now my whole kitchen floor is just flooded with water or whatnot. And I'm like, God dang it. So I got to call and deal with that. I got to get most of the water up. I'm starving. I don't have nothing to eat because I ain't been to the grocery store yet. Yeah, or I didn't sit my food out to defrost. So then I'm like, dog, I don't feel like going nowhere. Let me take this trash out. And I'm like, damn, I'm just going to make a grilled cheese sandwich and eat some spinach and rice. I'm like, and then I'm just exhausted and be like, damn, I gotta get up and do this shit again tomorrow. That's like grown up shit, bro. And that's the shit that you don't think of or shit. Last week I was sitting all day trying to find my what kind of dental insurance I'm gonna get. I'm sitting there concerned about dental insurance, concerned about if I'm gonna drive home all the way to Louisville from Tallahassee for Thanksgiving. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about some stuff at work that I got to get done. I'm thinking about I got to pay my car note and car insurance as well. I'm like, damn, I've been having back problems. I got to rehab. I got to go to rehab also because I need to get back in this gym because I haven't been in there in a couple of weeks. I'm like, God dang, I wasn't thinking about this shit at 20.
No, you wasn't.
I was just thinking about studying for this test, this group project, and drinking with everybody on the weekend.
That's all. Like, it's such a difference. Like when you get to this age compared to when you was in college, you worried about just certain things. Like, all right, my schoolwork and my social life. That's pretty much it for most students. That's pretty much all you worried about: school and social life. Now work, social life, bills. You worried about life family, in general. You worry about life and health. Everything that comes with it. Like you said, like I was worried about the other day. Like, man, what's going on with me? Like at times I'll have like chest pains, and I know like going to the doctor they told me like, look, you've had high blood pressure problems before. I mean, it runs in the family. Most black people do it, but most black people got it anyway.
Right.
So it's just like, make sure you stay on your diet that you've been on. And I usually eat the same damn thing every week. You can ask McKinley. It's usually like a lot of brown rice, quinoa, salmon, chicken, and some steak here and there.
Right.
And, on the weekends, then we'll go out and eat something, whatever. And now, a couple times here in the last few months, I've been stepping out, eating some stuff I know I probably shouldn't eat. But I was like, man, I ain't had this in a while. Let me go ahead and kill this food real quick. And now I'm paying for it. And I'm just like, man, I just feel sluggish. I feel bad. I know my blood pressure probably done went up. So I'm back on this.
Sleep ain't the same.
Man, my sleep ain't the same. And it's just like, man, God, dog, I used to be able to eat like whatever the hell I wanted to. Now I got to sit here and watch what I eat. Like today, honestly, I got home. I was like, man, I cooked myself like a bacon cheeseburger. Then I was like, nah, let me go ahead and put this salmon in here. Because I know I'm gonna mess myself up.
Yep.
Because I can't do this stuff.
It is crazy. It's weird because you really can't because I'm like, we young as hell, but you are thinking about your age now and stuff because it is like certain things that I could work out without stretching. And now I'm like, oh shit, I gotta stretch now. Like I can get injured. Like this shit's weird. Like getting older is weird as hell. I'm not gonna say I don't like it, but you have to put forth more effort into yourself. You have to invest into to yourself a lot more, like mentally, spiritually, and physically. You have to invest in yourself a lot more. So it's definitely weird now. I do enjoy growing up. I like the adult life, but it's stressful. It definitely is stressful. And then what sucks is that stress can lead to bad health. Because you remember what was going on with me last year, all that shit. Like they're like, if you don't stop stressing, then you could die. I'm like, God dang.
It really is a serious thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that does affect your body, and people don't realize that.
And yet you still have to go to work every day and not necessarily pretend like it's not going on, but it's really nobody's business for you to have to go tell everybody this is going on. They got their own shit going on. So you have to go out and just live life and work and do what you're supposed to do. But it is crazy because you're going through this and majority of the people that you work with don't know that you're going through anything. Mm-hmm. And they probably don't care, to be honest.
Yeah, most people that you work with or associate yourself with, they'll sit there and be like, oh, okay, wow, I didn't know that. But then they go about the daily business because people got their own agendas. People don't really, honestly, some people just don't really give a damn.
They really don't. But yeah, adulthood is weird. I enjoy it. I like it. It's stressful. It's weird, but it's cool though. And it's just cool to see your friends who are growing with you, but also you see who your real friends and family are, the people who put in work, because the older you get, the more work people have to put in a friendship or a relationship. Because like me, I live 500 miles away from almost all of y'all and stuff. So anybody who I'm going to have an actual relationship with has to put in a little bit actual real work to be your friend and stuff. It's not as simple as, I commented on their picture. Like, nigga, that's 22-year-old stuff. Like, nah, that's not a real friendship and shit. Like, nigga,
that's just something easy to where you can just say, oh yeah, we, I when they ask people like, hey, do you talk to someone so still? I mean, I talk to like Instagram, Snapchat.
We older now, so now people got families, people got kids, they're engaged, they have their own careers, they live in different time zones. It's so different. Like, your work day is totally different than my work day. Shoot, your whole day is totally different than my day. I fucking live in Florida. You live in Tennessee. The weather's totally different.
Yeah, you got that right.
All of that. So it's just different. So you do have to put forth a real effort. And you realize when you move away or you just grow older, you realize the people who are willing to put forth the actual effort to actually be in each other's lives.
You find out once I feel like once you get out of college, you find out like who your true circle is, your real friends are for real. Because I got people I got out of touch with, you know what I'm saying, and that I was cool with in school. People move away.
To get out of touch.
Yeah, it is.
To get out of touch.
It is really easy to get out of touch. And I got guys out in LA, and we talk every once in a while. But it's just like, I would love to just, pack up, go out there and just kick it with them. But it's just like, you can't really do that because, everybody's got their own adult stuff to do.
Bro, I'm telling you, adult shit is weird as hell. Like, me and fucking Kenny been playing phone tag since Sunday. Been calling each other throughout the day. Like, I called him and he didn't answer. Then he called me and I was in a meeting, so I couldn't answer. Then I called him after my meeting, he didn't answer. Then of course he sent me a "fuck you" text.
Yeah.
Then,
that's his way of saying hi.
Yeah, and then I called him and he was busy. Then he called me again, but I was at the gym and said, "I'm gonna call you when I leave." I left the gym and called him. He didn't answer. And then today it's election day, so we was dealing with a bunch of stuff on campus, dealing with just a bunch of crazy stuff. And he called me, but I was on campus dealing with that and had a work late. So I'm like, God dang, like adulthood is so fucking weird. You really have to put forth effort, and it's easy. It's easy to just be like, whatever. It's too easy to do that. And you see, it's the same as trying to lose weight. It's easy to just not go to the gym because you had a long day and you're tired. Man, like that's kind of shit's easy. So whatever you're willing to put forth the effort in, that shows what you care about. So
you got to put the I forgot who said this. I forgot who it was, but there was pretty much, it was like, you got to sacrifice for what you want before what you want becomes a sacrifice.
Oh, damn, that's dope. You got to sacrifice for what you want before what you want. Oh, shit, that is dope. So basically, it's like, go ahead and sacrifice now to get in shape before you get too old, and now you have to sacrifice what you enjoy to get in shape. God dang.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to have that relationship with, a friend or whatever, you got to sacrifice. You got to do what you got to do, before that friendship becomes a sacrifice, and you don't talk to that person no more. Or like you said, with your weight, you go to the gym, like you go to the gym in the mornings or after work, even when you're tired, you don't want to get up. Before that beach body that you want to becomes a sacrifice, right. And you sitting there looking all sloppy.
And that beach body's a well body, and your ass is fit. Now that beach body is a river body. Don't nobody give a shit about no river.
Man, you sitting there sad during the summertime, like I don't look right. Well, you mean you ain't do what you're supposed to do in the wintertime.
That's why it frustrates me. People who are physically able to do it complain to me, and like they kind of make me feel better. Like, he just be out there eating whatever he wants to eat. He's always eating chicken. I'm like, if y'all think that I'm really always eating fried chicken and I was able to lose 92 pounds, then you're a fucking idiot then. Like, you are a real dummy if you think I'm out there just drinking every day and eating fried chicken every day and was able to lose all this weight, because that wouldn't be possible. Like, I told my young homie the other day, discipline, sacrifice, and commitment equals freedom. Man, like if you are willing to sacrifice for whatever you want, you're able to stay disciplined, and you are committed, then you will have the freedom to do what you want to do. In a sense, it's like, okay, you're trying to lose weight, because I was able to stay disciplined. Basically not going out and eating the fried foods, the cheese, the potato chips, right? The snacks, the ranch dressing, the Alfredo cheese, the queso. I was willing to sacrifice that. I stayed disciplined. By getting up and working out in the morning when I did not want to. Yep. But I was disciplined enough to stay in that zone, and I was committed to it. I stayed committed to it, not just doing it for a month and then never doing it again. No, I did this shit consistently. That's what being committed is. So when you're sacrificing, when you're disciplined, and you're willing to commit to it, bruh, you'll have freedom later on. And because I sacrificed all that and was disciplined enough to give up that food, I can go out and drink margaritas and eat unhealthy a little bit there, yeah. Because I work out 5 days a week. You don't. I drink water all week when I don't want to drink water. I gave up the bread and the pasta and the cheese and shit. And you know what? I'm glad I did. Wow. Yes, you're out there eating shit that you enjoy like all the time and way too much. Way too much. It's also fucking your body up. You also don't sleep that well. you also feel sluggish throughout the day and get tired out of nowhere at 4:00 in the afternoon.
People for the most part know what they have to do when it comes to losing weight and eating right. People know what they have to do. They just not willing to do it. Like I get like, oh, I don't know. Okay, if you don't know, that's one thing, but it's easy to figure that out. Like you can go online and figure out what you need to do. It's not hard. It's the actual, all right, I've got to stop eating the fast food, the fried food, less sugar, you know what I'm saying, less starches, you know what I'm saying?
Sacrifice and discipline.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, but people don't want to do it. And I mean, I get it. It's easy to eat bad. It is. When you got dollar menus and the Wendy's 4 for $4 and all that other stuff, it's easy to do it. Don't get me wrong.
And the shit looks good as hell.
And it looks amazing. Don't get me wrong, nigga. We got Nashville is a place to where Nashville's booming. And one thing that's coming in that, one industry is the restaurant industry. So we've got so many restaurants here. Like they talk about, there's not enough cooks and chefs to hire just because there's so many restaurants opening up. And, I always want to try some of these restaurants and these new restaurants, but I gotta tell myself, like, man, if I go there, I'm gonna get this double cheeseburger, or I'm gonna get this fried chicken thing. You know what I mean? I mean, like this weekend, like I ain't gonna lie, I had hot chicken Saturday and Sunday. I didn't even give a damn. It was so good because I ain't had it in so long. I ain't had it in months. I was like, man, I want some hot chicken. Let me go ahead and go.
I ain't had some for real fried chicken in I don't know how long. Like, you think I don't be looking at a commercial of Popeyes? Like, God
what?
Dang, that chicken look good as hell,
what?
Nigga. You think I don't see a commercial with a fucking double cheeseburger with jalapenos and pineapples and bacon, and I'll be like, God dang, I want that. Like, that shit look good. But it's crazy. This girl was over here kicking it, and she was like, you got something sweet? And then I realized I ain't had nothing sweet in my house and I don't know how long. I don't never buy sweets because I'm not going to have it in my house because
you know what's going to happen.
Don't put something in there, like, and that it reminds me of the saying, like, a long time ago, they asked Kanye West, and this was like 10 years ago, they asked him, how do you stay faithful in a room full of hoes, basically? And he said, I leave. There's like, what? He said, I just leave. Why would I put myself in that position to even be tempted by it? And that's how I feel. Like, I'm not, why the fuck would I? Like, somebody would come over and bring brownies and shit. I'm like, take it with you. When you leave, take it with you. Don't leave that in here because, now, I don't have a big sweet tooth, but brownies, my nigga, I kill that shit.
I feel you. We got this old white lady at work. She's one of our drivers, and she feel like baking, she'll bake. But I ain't gonna lie, her cakes be on point. And she'll be coming in there, hey, I baked the cake. And I'll be like, man, God, dog, like, come on. Like last week, she baked cupcakes for this one girl, because she's having like a baby, so she baked some cupcakes. It's like, I made extras for you guys. I'm like, man, dang. I said, well, go ahead and let me get one of these joints right here. I ain't even gonna lie, I had like 2 of them.
See, I've realized I'm actually very disciplined when it comes to sweets because we'll have stuff at work. I'll go over to somebody's house. I was at a Halloween party last week, and there's all these sweets, and people just ask me, you want this, want that? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. And my homegirl, she actually asked me, how are you able to just say no? Like, this shit is good. I'm like, oh no, I said no for so long. Now I'm automatically disciplined enough to be like, nah, I'm good. I made myself think I don't want it. Like, I don't care.
After when you stop eating something for so long, you don't want for it when somebody offers it. Like, you can ask Kimmy, like, I used to buy juice all the time. Like, I used to get like Ocean Spray juice, like the VA Splash juice. I used
cranberry juice.
You know what I'm saying? Like cranberry, grape, white cranberry, strawberry, all that type of stuff. And I used to get, like, when we go shopping on Sundays, I used to get
used to stay with
that. I used to buy like 3 of them things, and they all be gone by like Wednesday, Thursday. So I'd be buying some more. And then when she went on her diet, her little keto diet, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop drinking juice. I'm gonna stop eating potatoes for the most part. And like, I honestly, like, she was like, you really did stop drinking juice. And I mean, I may buy something every once in a while,
right?
But honestly, like,
you got to do that to stay sane, though.
Yeah, every once in a while. And I'll get something, and I try to get something that's a little better for me. Like, they got juices now with like coconut water and stuff, so it's not as bad. It's not so much sugar, but I'll get those every once in a while. But it's just like after I stopped drinking it, it was just like, all right, I don't really want it. You know?
Right. I want to get disciplined enough like that with women. I want to get like that.
I think that's the one thing that's not
nudity.
Oof, that's hard. I think
I want to be disciplined enough like that with nudes and women and all that.
Good luck on that, boy.
Bro.
Good luck. That's not like a juice and fried foods, bro. That's a whole different monster. That's a whole different vice.
You can give up like sugary foods and like fried foods and shit, and then just not wanting it after a while if you stay disciplined enough. But you can go 6 months without a woman and still be like, damn, I really want this. Like, you're still gonna want it.
Because I think that's just nature, bro. Like people can be vegan, people can, be whatever, give up meat, but it's oof.
I can't give up some titties.
Oh,
I can't give up some
boy.
Titties, boy.
You can't give up the box.
Oh shit! I can't give up some titties and some vagina and ass, and it's not fair either because I be going hard, like not dealing with that shit, and yet here it comes right back, and I'm right back in. I'm like, God dang! Like if I give up some fucking Minute Maid for 6 months, I don't crave that shit no more. Let me give up some vagina for 6 months, and I still want that shit.
Because I mean, it's just the way we built, bro. That's all I can say. Like, it's just the way we built.
It's really not fair. It's really not fair, to be honest.
I mean, look, it sucks, but you know what? Send all your complaints to the guy up top. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like, don't you wish you could be like, you know what? I'm not trying to deal with women. I'm not having sex for a couple months. Let me just cut my dick off. Let me cut my dick off and put it in the cabinet. For a little
look,
bit,
I'll take those headaches.
Hey, but how dope would it be if you really trying to stay focused and you don't want to be thirsty or horny at all, and you can just cut your dick off, put it in the cabinet for a couple months?
Can I not have that option? Can I just take?
Well, I don't mean cut it off.
I mean,
I'm just saying you can. I don't mean cut it off.
You mean like
I'm just saying
turn off the testosterone?
Turn it off. There you go. That's better.
I'm
That's
like,
better.
damn, nigga. Jeez.
You gotta cut it off every time.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a better one. I wish I could just turn it off. Be like, all right, I'm not trying to fuck with women for a while. Blah blah blah. I'm not trying to be horny, and I'm trying to focus. So I'm gonna just turn this to testosterone.
Testosterone.
I sound like John Stark.
Did this nigga that did this?
I was looking at myself and looking at my teammate. I was thinking, this nigga did this.
One of the greatest lines of all time.
This nigga did this.